All right, welcome to episode 6 of our ISUZU NPS truck build. In this episode, we're going to take you through our canopy and all the internal fit out of it, and also talk about the 2 rooftop tents that we've got on top. Okay, we are back from our 2-year trip around Oz. We have the truck, we've finished traveling in the truck, it's sold, and we thought we really needed to pull our SHIT together and do our final build series video. So we're going to roll into canopy, all of our canopy fit out. Andrew, who did all of our internals? Last time we saw it, it was just a square box with nothing inside. Who's fitted it out?
Yeah, Luke from Penny Industries. He's on the sunny coast. Awesome dude. Really good job. Highly recommended.
Also did our boat loader as well. All right, so let's open up the canopy and take a look inside. This is my favorite bit. It is the kitchen.
So it's full central locking all the way around. Every actuator is on one remote.
All right, so I'm going to walk you through our kitchen side of the canopy. Passenger side, this is where all the business happens. And look, to be quite frank, we really only used this. We only had one induction cooktop in our caravan, and then we cooked everything mainly out here. So electrical system is in another video. If you're really interested in that, watch that one, not this, but this is my favorite thing. So, all right, so this one is our pull-out kitchen. So on the front here, you've just got a couple of storage things, sauces, we kept sunscreen, spray and wipe, all that sort of stuff in there. But you basically pull it out. And what we've got in here, coffee machine, used multiple times a day, every day. We've got a Breville grinds, all in one sort of thing. We can chuck all the models in the description below. We've got the soda stream, that's for your gin and soda when you're on the beach, or pretty much every night. We have toaster, double toaster, and then the main thing that we use for cooking, which the lid is not on properly, but ignore that, is a Ninja multi-cooker. So it pressure cooks, slow cooks, air fries. What else does it do?
Ribs.
Ribs. So Andrew used to like pressure cook ribs.
So you pressure cook first and then air fry afterwards, and it worked out really well.
Yeah, and so this is mainly what we cooked in, to be honest. So we'd, I don't know, chuck a butter chicken on slow cook in the morning, leave it running. If you weren't that organised, you'd just pressure cook it for 15 minutes in the afternoon, spaghetti, everything. We'd sort of do in that if we weren't, yeah, I don't know, super good.
Air fried squid.
Easy. So Andrew, you probably designed this. What have you got on it? Any information about the actual slide, sizing, recommendations?
I don't remember the sizing. That was 2 years ago. Recommendation is put your coffee machine outside, because then you can get up in the morning and you don't wake up the kids. So that was like everybody who we travelled with would end up at our van because their kids would be asleep and they'd hear me grinding outside. So coffee machine outside. Yeah, so it's so high so that we could open the Ninja lid. It's got lights in there. This is storage. I had all fry pans and everything up there.
All of our accessories sit up there, and then it closes properly.
That was about it.
We've got the light.
They're Hardkorr.
Hardkorr lights, so we've got them 1, 2
everywhere
up there as well. All right, next up we're going to show you the induction. So under here, we've got a little pull-out cupboard, and we have the single Breville induction cooktop. So we mainly, yeah, it's induction. We used it all the time. Not much to say. You've also got this little pull-up pantry in here. We, to be honest, I don't know, redesign this, because with the coffee machine where it was, if you left any sort of water in it when you're traveling, it'd all go into here and everything would get wet. So we didn't really use it at all. Don't know what else you could do there, but that would be me. That's it. As far as the kitchen sort of side goes in that, the appliance cupboard as we call it. Next up, we've got the Bushman 130 litre fridge.
Yep.
So it's an upright fridge. We haven't really had any sort of problems with it at all.
Awesome.
We did strap it sometimes when we were doing the gib and the cape and that sort of stuff. So we just put a strap from here to here just to keep it closed, just as extra security. But basically pull it down. It's got all of our stickers on it. Nice upright fridge. Andrew's done the fan modification. What's the fan modification?
Yeah, so it's the Rogue Industries fan. I've just got it wired straight to the light, so it runs all the time. I know people wire it to the compressor and stuff. That made a big difference. That's like the best 90 bucks we spent.
So it stopped it icing up, so it used to sort of ice up all in under here a fair bit.
Yeah, it made the temperature way more even, and yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah. So this would mainly just be our drinks fridge most of the time. We'd have all our soda stream bottles in here ready to go, beers, whatever we were drinking. When we would leave the van, go in the rooftop tent, it would get chockers full of food. It was enough for the 5 of us for sort of, I don't know, 4 nights-ish is probably the max that we ever did. but super happy with it. Yeah. Next up is our pantry. So a couple of things I'd change on this. I find this a bit of a wasted space. I don't know, there's nothing really to put in there. So we just kept like bin bags, Ziploc bags, kitchen-y sort of stuff. There's a big in here, but yeah, I just sort of felt like it was a lot of wasted space. I'd probably just extend the pantry and have something more like this if I was to redo it. It's got a little pull out here, which we kept our stubby coolers in. So nice and easy to access. And then your pantry slide opens up. So this is our pantry here, pulls out, and then we've got 3 openings in here. Nice big space. I've just put some stuff in there for sizing at the moment, but this would actually just day to day when we were in the van would just be our snacks. So all the kids' snacks, they could access it, super easy. And yeah, then obviously when we were traveling away from the van, it has all of the food and that sort of thing in there. Lots of space, but yeah, that would be my probably only change is just make it longer, I guess, and get rid of that unused space. Next up, Andrew, what's your open space for?
So this, it came in really handy. One thing that it was available to us because we had a Nature's Head composting toilet. If we were going somewhere, it actually fit.
That's in the van.
Here.
We had the compost toilet.
In the van, we had the composting toilet, but I didn't want to carry a second toilet and a lot of like when we were going to hip camps or national parks without the van, and you needed to take a toilet, we could just clean out the composting toilet and I could just whack it in there. It fit there perfectly, so that was actually super awesome.
Cartons of beers, I don't know, it was just that sort of random spot.
And these are the ladders for the rooftop tent. One fits back there and one fits there because we've got 2. I've got it there for ease of this video because it's a little bit of a mish to get out, which I didn't mind traveling, but today's not the day for that. So yeah, that space was awesome.
Fit in behind the drawer. So what we've got here is basically a drawer, big drawer. This has got all of our plates, cups, saucepans, fry pans, bigger cooking utensils. And then this one down here is the second one. So you put a what on this?
That's like a PPF.
So it's food grade prep sort of thing. So you could use it as a chopping board. And then it also lifts up, and in here, this is probably the most annoying thing. I'd get dividers or something put in here, but all your cutlery moves around. So we just had that for knives, forks, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll go to this little top section up the top here. Another genius idea by Andrew for all your crap, because you do have a lot of crap when you're traveling. So we can fit along the top here 6 of these boxes and 3 on the other side. Is that how it rolls?
Yeah, so there's 9 boxes in total. They're fully waterproof. Waterproof
boxes. So we had the wetsuit box, the snorkeling box, the life jacket box, the gurney box, what other boxes were there? The cooking on the fire box. I don't know.
Yeah,
just
so it was
like
cool. We had 9 boxes and it was sort of, I tried to have one for each activity. So there was even like a spearfishing box.
And yeah, so cool. It's just good. Stuff's up there. I mean, look, to be honest, I can't reach it. Drives me bloody nuts that I had to get Andrew to get it down, or I had to climb up on here, pass it down to one of the kids.
I see no problem here.
Yeah, I'm 5'2" and I can't really reach it that well. Have I missed anything on this side as far as the internal fit out goes?
I don't think so.
Is there anything you'd change on the kitchen side?
Yeah, I would have fit in one of the GMG smokers.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Probably sliding out here
were they?
with a smoker. I don't think they were, but yeah, definitely a Ninja smoker in here now.
Yeah,
would be something
toolbox.
I would change.
Should do it in toolbox or something.
Yeah, maybe. It was really cool. Like that was a bit of a winner. Definitely a coffee machine outside and stuff. So
yeah, highly recommend. What do we use the toolboxes for? So we've got the passenger side was.
This side was recovery gear, so all the recovery gear fit in here.
What recovery gear did you fit in there? Because it was quite a big kit.
We had the George 4x4 one. He pretty much does an NPS-specific one that's got like the big kinetic rope and the big everything.
Yeah.
Hardly used it, to be honest, which was kind of cool, maybe a couple of times.
We got parked a lot, we didn't get bogged.
Yeah, shout out to a certain Instagram family that I towed a few times. The giveaway trucks. What else did we do?
Water.
So water, I had 80 litres on the headboard that I'd keep as, drinking water. And then there's 120 litres on a tap, on a pump with the filter. And that would be kind of like everyday water, coffee machine water and stuff. But we'd filter everything in and out. I'm a bit of a water snob, so definitely that front one I kept super clean. But it was really cool having 80 litres, so whenever we were somewhere that we could get really good water, I'd keep that 80 litres full, and that would always be my reserve.
Shout out to Harris and Jaden that just did skids past
Oh,
us.
okay. We live around here, so we know all the kids.
So all the water is on this side of the kitchen side of the canopy, I think.
Yeah,
that's a big thing to notice. All the access points, taps for them. So it's super handy. This is the side you'd sort of roll up, park out towards the ocean, have good views. Yeah.
I didn't answer the other question. The other side was fishing gear, because there was lots of
tackle boxes.
yeah, the other box on the other side, fishing gear.
Yeah.
Lots of fishing gear.
Yeah, cool. So while we're standing on this side, we're going to talk about the rooftop tents and the size of the canopy, because that was a really deliberate and I'm going to say really not time consuming, but you spent a lot of time focusing on the size of the canopy and getting it all right to fit 2 rooftop tents. And it's probably one of our most asked questions is about the rooftop tents and how they fit and that sort of thing. So what can you remember from 2.5 years ago when you were designing this about sizing?
Well, can I shut the door?
Of course.
So,
just don't smack me in the head.
No, I've hit her in the head so many times over the years. That's a bit of a running joke. So basically, these canopies are 2.2, so trays are 2.2 wide. That is like the size. There's a size. They're all the same size. I should have been ready for this. And every bloody rooftop tent is slightly bigger, and you'll see that. There's a slight overhang, but there was just no way around I could get 2 tents to sit north-south. They had to be east-west. But the main thing was the height, trying to measure it all. And so because I got an all-terrain tray, which was kind of like, that was the height of the headboard, I had to work with that. So we dropped the canopy height down. So the rooftop tents are 50 mil below the headboard height. Penny Industries built me this rear to match the canopy. And yeah, so the tents sit 50 mil below the headboard and the tailboard, and then, and the rear board. And then obviously we put this support in the middle for the truck, and that gave me a good clearance between the tents and the boat, which is kind of, I wanted a straight run for the boat trailer, but I didn't want it sitting on the tents.
So the rooftop tents, what are they? So
there's a AX and a DX bush company, and I did that. It actually worked out better than I thought, because the AX opens heaps taller than the DX. And so we, when they sort of open, the awnings sort of sit underneath each other. The AX, obviously Brian and I did. The DX, we threw the kids in. I actually like the DX better to pack up because it's single skin, not double skin. It packs up a lot easier. You don't have to fight it so much.
But usually took 2 of us up on the roof of the truck
AX, yeah,
to get it in sitting nicely.
To be fair, we had all the sheets and everything made in there all the time.
Pillows,
so we
everything
in there, because once you put the boat on, it was kind of done. So we left everything in there. But yeah, so we did it like that. If I was just doing super quick overnighters in North Queensland, I'd get the DX. If I was long term traveling and it was going to be raining and stuff, I'd probably get the AX. Would be where I'm at.
So it all opens up on the other side, so that way you could have your ladders out, still using your kitchen and that sort of thing on this side, so it sort of was a little bit practical in that sense.
Yep, that's why it's all that side. And I also put the ladder, this one here, and there's one on the other side, so the ladder would still...
you're talking about.
Yeah, the bolt here, that's the ladder attachment, and that way you can open the ladder, you can get up there while this is opened, which is super handy when you're dealing with the boat. So that's why that's way back there.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I think that is it for the passenger side or the kitchen side. We are going to roll on to the other side and check it out. All right, we are on Andrew's favourite side of the canopy. It's the blue side of the canopy. That's the pink side of the canopy.
Sporting goods side. So all the cool stuff happened on that side, on this side. So basically, I had all rod holders up here so I could fit 6-footers. So that was awesome. And then over there, I could fit 7-footers. Having rigged up, ready to go fishing rods was epic. It definitely, like when we went somewhere and everybody else is like rigging them up and stuff, and my kids were just boom boom. That was really cool. And wow, shitloads. We had about 12 rods. And before you say that's too much, we literally went from whiting fishing at Fraser Island to trout fishing in Tasmania to like marlin and Spanish at WA, and 5 of us, and just like every 2 months it felt like I had to reinvent myself of what fish, what sort of tackle we needed. So yep, stop talking, Andrew. 3 more boxes up the top, heaps of fishing rods, retractable air hose that connects to our compressors that we'll probably talk about in the other video about the electrical system, but there was 3 ARB double pumpers. Drawers, this one was tools, this one was stuff, mainly tools as well. I had way more tools than I needed, but you'd expect that. And then this was a deep freezer. That's just a 50-litre Thunder freezer. It's actually been really good. And that was basically full of fish. And
MSA drop slide.
Oh, on an MSA drop slide,
Yeah.
so we'll do the
So we sort of have
thing.
tools in here, lots of parts and that sort of thing in here. It was great when we
Whoops.
left the van because we could fit all the clothes and the extra boxes of stuff that you'd have.
There you go.
Surfboards would fit in here. We had a couple of surfboards with us. If they weren't in the boat, they were in.
Ignore that. It's been out for cleaning and it hasn't been put back in properly. There you go.
But yeah, all of our electrical system is in this side as well, which we're going to run through in the next video. Spearfishing stuff, we didn't touch on that, so it fits behind the fridge slide. So you have 2 spear guns, 3 spear guns. So yeah, it was sort of all the, I don't know.
And my electric skateboard.
Electric skateboard up here. You had axes sort of into these bits
Yeah.
as well. I think that's about it. More lighting.
Yeah,
That's it.
sorry.
Super simple on this side, but very, very practical. Good to have a big open space a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
that's it. Anything else? I'm cutting you short.
Yeah, no, that's it. I don't know. It's not much to talk about here.
Luke from Penny Industries was the one that did the fit out, internal fit out again.
Except for the drawers.
That sort of the metal work. What do you call it? I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway. All right, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Our next video is going to be on the electrical system. So if you really want to watch that one, stay tuned for next week's episode. In the meantime, YouTube thinks you should watch this one here, and our NPS build series, if you've missed some of the earlier episodes, are down here.
Accelerate off-grid touring, powering your adventures.